Hey everyone and welcome back. Both the F1 cars got released and I wanted to test them and gather information before making a video on them. I didn't want to jump up and make a video in a hurry missing any important points. So going about with the video without wasting much time, I had already won the Progen PR4 from the Lucky Wheel, so I went ahead and got the Ocelot R88 right away as it's slightly faster than the PR4 from the speed test I had done earlier. Once I had them both, I wanted to do some testings and determine the best upgrades for both of these cars. Once I got the R88, I took it for a spin to show you all the stock cars handling. You can also see the tires are fairly normal on the road. Then you can see that I lose the front wing, which makes the car less stable with no traction in the front. The front end of the car literally lifts off at high speeds. This is not at all stable and you'll end up crashing a lot. Now to get an overall best performing car, you can't get only speed upgrades or the traction upgrades which cost you speed. You want to do it in a way that it balances both the good traction as well as good speed. I'm guessing you all are aware of the drag a vehicle produces. That's the reason many high-end vehicles have retractable wings to reduce the drag and also increase the downforce so the car is stuck to the ground and won't lose traction. Now I won't go in detail explaining you all about the mechanism or the physics behind it, but just set it as an example so you all get an idea. Then going about to the upgrade section regarding what I said earlier, I tested all of them, got the usual upgrades first, engine, transmission and turbo upgrades, then the most important ones that has major impacts on the cars. The front bumper and the rear spoiler customizations. These aren't merely just visual upgrades but play a crucial role in the vehicle's traction and stability. Just like the spoilers in normal cars which some tend to ignore or don't even know about, here's two charts for both PR4 and the R88 which shows the downforce changes that every front wing and the rear spoilers options. Huge thanks to Skausgafa, I hope I spelled that right. If not, don't go about screaming in the comment section, So with the upgrades in the chart, you can see that the options are in the same order as that in the game. And with that you can also see the amount of downforce it creates when you apply them. The stock ones are neutral with 1. Anything lesser than that reduces the downforce, that is the traction, and it increases the speed. The numbers that are above the digit 1 increases the downforce, meaning more traction, but this reduces the speed. So to the people who always gets the highest upgrade options, this is a reminder to test it before doing so. I did these testings and it instantly showed me the results. I'll also show the best options in my opinion that I prefer over the others. Also you can alternate between the upgrades based on your likes and preferences. In this first clip, I took out the R88 only with the visual upgrades and the performance upgrades with none of the front wing or the rear spoiler changed. This is the neutral value 1. As you can see from the sides, the tires are going fairly normal on the road. The traction too is pretty decent and I can turn sharply. The car neither lifts off on its own or did I lose traction of the rear end anywhere. Although at the end a little bump sent the car flying. So next I went and got the highest upgrade option for the front wing to show how much of a difference just one of these does to the car. The rear spoiler is stock itself. So now, with the highest level front wing, you can instantly see the differences in the front section. The cars literally suck to the ground and it's visible in the front wheels. Also the handling has changed. The turning is much sharper than the stock variant. With this, there's no chance of car lifting off in the front. But as I said, this has lower speeds. And for the final test, I downgraded the front wing and for the rear, I went with the cutoff wing. And once again, there's instant changes that you can see. The rear section of the car is more planted on the road and the whole car in general is more stable. The turning and all is good but not rigorous like earlier. Next, I tested the PR4 in the same manner. It's a stock car with the visuals upgraded. And there goes the wing. The handling is quite good compared to the stock R88. It does not lift as well without the front wing, so that's a good thing. Then with the upgrades, I went with the cutoff wing for the back spoiler and the legendary front wing, the extreme one for the front. You all can see the cars very well planted to the ground, almost like being sucked from below. Also the turning is very sharp, result of the extreme front wing. At the end here you can see why that's a bad idea. The force at the front is very high compared to the rear, hence a small turn results in spinning off. Finally, I went with the medium championship wing and a small extreme wing for the rare. Well, what can I say? I absolutely loved it. The turning is good, traction is good, and overall handling seems great. So as per my small test, the best to keep both the speed as well as the good traction is to go by medium level upgrades. I personally found this to be the best after I drove them around and tested them individually, but you all might be comfortable with different levels of upgrades. So do test it out yourselves and decide which one's best for your likings. Hence the chart with full data is provided. The other stuffs regarding the open wheel races that I would like to mention are: don't go into the corners at high speeds. Apply the brakes earlier and slow down before the turn so it's easier for you to turn and accelerate faster. Else you lose a lot of time braking at the end and struggling to accelerate later on. There are few sharp turns across the map, so apply this method to be faster. Next are the tires material. There are 3 types of them: soft, medium and hard compound. Hard has a long life but less traction. Soft has great traction but lesser life. Medium is just like the name says, medium. Now these are only noticeable in higher number of laps. Say if you are doing a 5 or 10 laps, then go with the soft tires compound. Medium seems okay, but I would go with the soft, But if you're doing 25 plus laps, then at that moment the hard compound tires make sense. Next are the front wing and the rear spoiler. These are very important for you in these races. You lose them, then your car loses the turning radius and you'll end up crashing a lot. The car might even lift at the front end. You can see in the video I lost the front wing and the car's turning radius increased by a lot and I ended up crashing. For the times you lose such parts or the car health is too low, all you gotta do is a pit stop. But you gotta give a stop for a second and wait till the smoke comes. That's the indication that the whole car has been fixed. Another thing is that the boost option. It won't be available in the first lap, but from the second lap onwards it gets enabled. Alright everyone, that's it for this video. Try to put all the information that I could find into this video. If anything comes up, I'll surely update it to you all. If you all have got anything to mention, then feel free to do so down in the comments. I go through all the comments. Do drop the video a like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Also share the videos with your friends in order to help them too. Thank you all and have a good day.